Alexander Usyk might actually violently end Daniel Dubois, brutally KO him, literally like Tony Bellew style. Honestly, I said in my prediction video that Alexander Usyk would win points and basically win every round against Dubois. But I'm now starting to think Alexander Usyk might win this fight in mid-rounds via brutal KO. I have a feeling. I really do have a feeling. He's going to want to come in and set a statement here. And I just honestly feel like Usyk's so focused. Daniel Dubois, I feel like from what we're seeing from him and his team, they're still going on and on and on and on about saying, oh, body shot, it was a low blow. They're going on and on about that still. Are they fully focused on the job here? Because I don't know. I feel like Usyk's going to brutally KO Daniel Dubois. I think Daniel Dubois is just going to end up walking into so many traps from Alexander Usyk. Usyk's going to want to put a statement here and end this with no doubt whatsoever. I honestly believe that's what's going to happen. Then Usyk might end up retiring in style, to be completely honest with you. I just get it about Daniel Dubois' team by how they're talking. It's just going to end up ending really, really bloody badly for them, to be honest with you. It's going to end up ending really badly for them. I feel like Don Charles, with all the nonsense he's been talking, I feel like it's going to end very badly for his man. Daniel Dubois, the screaming, the shouting, screaming in Usyk's face in the face-offs. I feel like it's all going to end very badly for Daniel Dubois. Usyk's not going to bloody have it whatsoever. And, Usyk stopped him before. Why can't he brutally KO him this time round? I honestly feel like that's what's going to happen. I don't think Daniel Dubois got the defense for it at all. And I feel like Usyk hits so much harder than what people give him credit for. He honestly bloody does. Look at what he was able to do to Tyson Fury. Rocked him badly. Look at what he did to AJ in that first fight. He was knocking him about badly in that final round. And, in the 10th round against AJ, he was real stunning him many times in that fight as well. Stunned Fury a few times in that second fight. Had him literally out of there in that 9th round in the first fight. That should have been stopped against Fury. Usyk should have got the stoppage win there. And he stopped Daniel Dubois before. I feel like he can brutally KO him and end it in proper violent fashion. And he just sets up his shots too well. He's got too good of a read on his opponents. He's fought Daniel Dubois before, and he knows him too well to lose. Usyk knows him too well to lose. Either way, whatever happens here, Usyk's not losing this fight, but I can actually see a brutal knockout for him. I really can. I feel like it's kind of written in the stars that Alexander Usyk's going to get a brutal KO here. And everything that Dubois and his team have been saying, it's all going to come back to bite him. It's all going to come back to bite him. The hype around Daniel Dubois, the pullout against Jose Parker, it's all going to come back to bite him in this undisputed title fight against Alexander Usyk. Daniel Dubois and his team are probably too overconfident at this point. Usyk's done all this time and time again. He's not going to lose, and I don't see why he can't brutally KO Daniel Dubois with the shots and the rhythms and the combos that he's able to put together. I don't see why he can't brutally KO Daniel Dubois. You can't say he can't. Dubois can be there to be hit just like he was in that first fight against Alexander Usyk. He's going to be there to be hit again. No head movement from him. Usyk's going to catch him badly bloody off guard with that left hand. 100% he will. There's no reason he can't get it. People saying, oh, you're stupid if you think Usyk's going to brutally KO Dubois. Then I don't know what you're ruling out here and what you don't see. Look at that first fight and, look at the holes in Dubois' defense. Look at the success that Usyk was getting. This time round, if Usyk has Dubois hurt again, it's not just going to be Daniel Dubois taking a knee and quitting. It's going to be Alexander Usyk violently blasting Daniel Dubois out of there. Again, I was originally saying points, but I've had a big think about this today. And I'm thinking, I don't think Daniel Dubois got the defense. I don't think he's got the footwork. I don't think he's got the movement to stay away from Alexander Usyk and survive with him for 12 rounds. That's what I look at and see. And I don't think he's that much of a different fighter from what we saw the first time round when he fought Usyk. That's the thing. That's the thing. And Usyk's proven himself time and time again in those two Tyson Fury fights. And let's be real. I feel like, look at what Usyk was able to do to Tyson Fury. Look at what he's able to do to Tyson Fury. Fury's got good defense. Fury's got good movement. Usyk was able to pin him down and tee off on him a good amount in those fights. A good amount in those fights. And I believe that when Usyk fought AJ, that Anthony Joshua would beat Daniel Dubois right now. That is what I believe. I believe that Anthony Joshua, especially in that second fight, is why I believe that version of Anthony Joshua beats this version of Daniel Dubois. If I'm being completely honest, that might be a bit of a hot take one, but that is what I do think. And I feel like there was much more footwork there from Anthony Joshua, and he was able to stand his ground well in those Alexander Usyk fights, even though he was getting stunned, he was getting hurt. I don't think Daniel Dubois would be able to stand his ground as well as what AJ was able to in those fights. He definitely wouldn't be able to stand his ground as well as what someone like Tyson Fury was able to do. And look at the success that Usyk was able to get there. He's obviously going to be able to get to Daniel Dubois. His power is obviously going to be able to affect Daniel Dubois. And without a shadow of a doubt, he's finished him before. We already knew that. Why can't he brutally KO him this time round? He 100% can. He's going to be able to drain out Daniel Dubois, and I feel like the bodywork from Alexander Usyk is going to be much more than it was in that first fight from him. Daniel Dubois is going to go to the body. That's his obvious game plan. It's probably his only game plan. Usyk's going to use that against him and go to the body in this fight and brutally drain him. Usyk's going to be much more effective than what Daniel Dubois will be to Alexander Usyk. That's a fact. That is what's going to happen. So, yeah, anyway, thank you all for watching. I'm saying Usyk KO mid-rounds, to be honest with you. Brutal KO. I have that feeling now.